What happens when the American dream turns into a legal nightmare? For years, we watched the Browns promise to build a polygamist paradise on a sprawling piece of land called Coyote Pass. It was supposed to be their forever home, their legacy. But tonight, that dream is officially dead and has been replaced by a bombshell legal filing that could tear the last threads of this family apart for good. Sources close to the Brown family have confirmed that Janelle Brown, after years of patience, has done the unthinkable. She has filed a lawsuit against Kody Brown and Robyn Brown, launching a legal war over the one thing that still connects them: the dirt on Coyote Pass. This isn't just a fight over property, this is a fight for her life savings, her future, and a final, desperate stand against what she feels is the ultimate financial betrayal. We have the shocking details of the lawsuit and what it means for everyone. Before we dive into the legal documents, the secret betrayals, and the financial web that has finally snapped, do me a huge favor. If you love staying on top of all the Sister Wives drama, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button for COCO gossip. Turn on notifications because you are not going to want to miss a single update on this unfolding crisis. Now, let's get into it. To understand the gravity of Janelle's lawsuit, we have to go back to 2018. Remember the excitement? The family had just fled Las Vegas, and Coyote Pass was sold to them as Kody's grand vision. 4 or maybe 5 homes. A big pond, a place where their grandkids could run free. It was a powerful sales pitch, and no one bought into it more than Janelle. Janelle has always been the pragmatic, independent one. She's not driven by romance, she's driven by partnership and security. When she sold her fully paid-off home in Las Vegas, she poured that money into the family pot, believing it was an investment in her future and her children's future on that land. But the most critical piece of this puzzle, and likely the centerpiece of her lawsuit, involves Meri. When Meri needed money for her bed and breakfast, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, the family couldn't help her, so Janelle made a staggering financial sacrifice. She used a significant portion of her own money to buy out Meri's share of the land, effectively giving Janelle an even larger financial stake in Coyote Pass. This wasn't just a contribution. This was Janelle putting her entire nest egg on the line, trusting Kody's promise that they would break ground soon. And what did she get for that trust? Nothing. We all watched in horror during that miserable summer as Janelle, a woman in her 50s, lived in an RV on the undeveloped barren land. She was the only member of the family to actually live on Coyote Pass. She faced sweltering heat, logistical nightmares with water and electricity, and a complete lack of support from Kody. Kody's excuse was always the same: we have to pay off the land first. But here's the hypocrisy that has sent fans into a rage and has now, allegedly, pushed Janelle to take legal action. While Janelle was living in a trailer and her kids were in a tiny apartment, Kody and Robyn were, and still are, living in a $1 million home with a huge amount of land. They weren't making sacrifices, they weren't living in an RV, they were comfortable. Sources close to Janelle say that was the breaking point. It was the visual proof that the family was no longer a single unit with a shared goal. It was Kody and Robyn's family, and everyone else was just a satellite, expected to fund the central star. Janelle realized that Kody's promise to build was a moving goalpost, one she would never reach. The land she had poured her life savings into was becoming her financial prison, tying her to a man who, in her own words, she no longer considered her husband. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of this alleged lawsuit. Our sources are calling this a petition for partition. Now, for those who don't know, a partition action is a legal remedy for people who co-own property and can no longer agree on what to do with it. Essentially, a judge can order the property to be physically divided or, more commonly in cases like this, sold, with the proceeds split among the owners. This is Janelle's nuclear option. And according to the filing, she is not just asking for a simple sale. Her demands are reportedly threefold, and they are explosive. Demand number 1, force the sale of all Coyote Pass parcels. Janelle isn't just asking for her lot to be sold. She is demanding the court order the sale of the entire Coyote Pass property. Why? Because the parcels are all interconnected, and selling just one would be a logistical nightmare. But more importantly, it forces Kody and Robyn to finally let go of the fantasy. A source says, she wants a clean break. She knows that as long as they hold onto that land, she will never be financially free of him. This move would liquidate the family's biggest asset and, symbolically, destroy the last monument to their failed plural marriage. Demand number 2, a full forensic accounting of DABSARK Entertainment, LLC, this is where it gets really messy. DABSARK, the family's business entity named after Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, Solomon, and Ariella, Robyn's children, has long been a black box. The other wives have said for years they have no idea where the money goes. Janelle's lawsuit reportedly demands a full-scale forensic audit of the business. She wants to know where every single dollar from the TLC show, her own financial contributions, and any other income has gone. She is claiming that family funds, including her own, were used to purchase and maintain Kody and Robyn's mansion, while she was left with nothing. If a forensic accountant can prove that her money was used to directly benefit Robyn's family at the expense of her own, she could be entitled to significant reimbursement. This is the move that will reportedly have Robyn in an absolute panic. It threatens to expose the financial secrets they have guarded for over a decade. Demand number 3, reimbursement plus damages. Janelle isn't just asking for her initial investment back. The lawsuit reportedly demands she be repaid for her buyout of Meri's land, plus interest accrued over the years and damages for financial negligence. She is arguing that Kody, as the manager of the family's finances, acted in bad faith by failing to develop the land as promised, causing her financial harm and emotional distress. This elevates the case from a simple property dispute to a full-blown accusation of financial mismanagement and breach of trust. And who is named as a defendant alongside Kody? Robyn Brown. Because her name is on the property deeds and she is a principal in DABSARK, Janelle's legal team is arguing she is just as liable as Kody. This legal move prevents Kody from trying to hide assets under Robyn's name. It forces them both to answer for the family's financial ruin. So, what happens now? A legal battle of this magnitude will send shockwaves through the entire Brown family, and the fallout will be devastating. First, Kody and Robyn's reaction. Kody is absolutely reeling. He sees this not as a business dispute, but as the ultimate act of disloyalty. He will almost certainly play the victim, claiming Janelle is trying to destroy the family and take what isn't hers. Robyn, on the other hand, is reportedly terrified. Her entire life in Flagstaff, her massive house, her financial security, is built on the foundation of the plural family's pooled income. A lawsuit that threatens to expose and dismantle that could unravel everything for her. Expect to see them circle the wagons, portraying themselves as the aggrieved parties under attack. Christine and Meri's positions. Christine will be, without a doubt, 100% Team Janelle. She escaped with her own finances intact by selling her Flagstaff house to Kody. She understands Janelle's desperation better than anyone. Expect her to be Janelle's biggest public and private supporter. Meri is the wild card. On one hand, she is financially independent with her B&B. On the other hand, it was Janelle's money that allowed her to get that B&B. She has a moral debt to Janelle. Will she speak out in support of her? Or will she stay silent to avoid getting dragged into the legal mud? Her silence could be just as telling as her support. The children's reaction. This will be the final line drawn in the sand for the Brown children. You can bet that Janelle's 6 kids, especially Gabe and Garrison's legacy in this fight for respect, will be fiercely behind their mother. The older children of the OG3 wives will likely rally around their Aunt Janelle. This lawsuit becomes a proxy war for all their grievances against their father. It's not just about land, it's about the years of neglect and disrespect they feel their mothers and they have endured. Finally, what does this mean for TLC? This is a storyline from heaven. Season 20, or whatever comes next, will not be about awkward holiday gatherings. It will be a high-stakes legal drama. We will see depositions, lawyers, and emotional breakdowns as the family is forced to confront their financial demons in a court of law. This lawsuit is Janelle's declaration of independence. It's her saying, "You will not leave me with nothing. I built this family with my own 2 hands and my own money, and I will not walk away empty-handed." The question is no longer if the Brown family will survive. We know it hasn't. The question now is, when the dust from this legal explosion settles, what will be left? And will Janelle Brown finally get the justice she so rightfully deserves? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you Team Janelle? Do you think she'll win? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more COCO gossip. I'll see you next time.